Most of us understand the foolishness of trying to compare ourselves to others. We would readily admit that no good ever comes from it. Yet, whether we are comparing our home size, paycheck, physical features, or any number of measurable things, we do it all the time. Let's take a closer look at how social comparison theory works, and how the comparisons we make influence the views we may hold of ourselves. Comparing yourself against someone whom you believe has a better life and has accomplished more than you only leads to you finding more people with lives that seem better than yours for you to compare yourself to. If you stop comparing your life to others, you will become more content with your life. We most often compare the wrong things, because we can most easily compare the things that we can objectively measure. We live in a world that is great at measuring and comparing externals. Somewhere along the way, we decided that we could determine who is living a more valuable life by comparing clothes, cars, homes, or Instagram followers. We always compare our worst with their best. Comparing your life with others is always a losing proposition because there will always be people who appear to be better off than you and seemingly live the perfect life. After all, we always compare the worst of what we know about ourselves to the best assumptions that we make about others. There is no end to the comparison game. There is an infinite number of categories upon which you can compare yourself, and an almost infinite number of people to compare yourself to. Once you start down that road, you will never, ever find an end. Here are the 4 steps that you should do if you want to stop comparing your life to others. Change your focus from external to internal. Turning your gaze from external to internal is not easy, but it is worth it. You should stop comparing your life to others because you are the only person who needs to validate yourself. I know that may sound like a crazy idea, but it is true. Limit your consumption. It's easy to get caught in the comparison trap when you are constantly looking outside of yourself for validation. Limit your screen time if you want to stop comparing your life to others. Use the tracker on your phone to minimize the amount of time you spend online consuming social media. Trust me, these people aren't living examples of perfection. They are just crafty people who stockpiled content for drip release over time. Pick one source of grounding inspiration. It's okay to have 1 or 2 people whom you look up to for inspiration. This could provide a bit of external guidance for your journey. It can be helpful to turn to them as a resource when you feel off your game or if you are losing track of your journey and are starting to get sucked back into the mind-numbing rat race. Cultivate a sense of joy to detach yourself from others' success. Seeing others succeed should not shake your world. Even if you think that they are doing the same thing as you, their success and struggles are their own. Stop comparing your life to others because you are all experiencing different things. When you are willing to acknowledge the wins of others, no matter how small, it allows you to acknowledge your incremental wins. As humans, it is in our nature to compare ourselves to others, but nothing good ever comes from it. So let's stop comparing ourselves to others. We were not born to live their life. There is no sense wasting our life being jealous of theirs. There will be ups and downs in your journey if you want to stop comparing yourself to others. But if you make your focus internal, limit your consumption of ultra-curated social, and work on cultivating joy and detachment for the success of others, then you already made a big step in the right direction.